It's your school gamer back again with some Mechabellum replay action. 4-player brawl, which I played as the Human Torch up against Mars, Rocco and the Claw. Some fun shenanigans. We're going to tease a level 9 fully teched melting point. Maybe more than one, we shall see. So let's jump in and see how we do on these opening rounds. Let's just speed up. I decided to go for a pretty unconventional start and probably go a little bit overkill by borrowing and getting 5 missiles, and the 4th and 5th missile you end up missing their targets, so they were a bit of a waste. We'll jump in. Pretty straightforward. Round 1. Marksman doing a good job getting tower down. And then we're up against Sabertooth on the right side. Maybe to take him down. So overall, pretty average round 1, 180 credits. And we'll just speed up. It looks like the Stormcrawlers will win this one. Unless they can avoid. Yep, there we go. And Rocco takes round 1. Okay, round 2. This is where my melter shows up. Everybody else is playing Quick Supply Specialist, Sabertooth and Typhoon. I'm playing as Training Specialist. I have the extra advanced training. Intensive training allows me to upgrade my units. So I'm putting a melter here really just to hope that we can slow down these rhinos, and a few missiles, one to get rid of the chaff and then another to hit the rhino and make sure he doesn't make it to tower. And it looks like he will not. Melter's locking onto the second rhino, deal with him, and then it should be able to clear up the remaining Typhoon. On the left side, my Mustangs and Marksmen were able to take down I think a couple of Stormcrawlers and some Fangs, so pretty straightforward. And then Melter here will be able to clear up the rest of the Stormcrawlers. So again, another decent round, 200 plus credit. Hopefully going to get one of these towers. Middle one nearly fell, but fortunately Sabertooth just too fast and was able to get the points there. Up to 279 credits. Let's skip forward again. We've got hacker action, we've got worms, we've got some aerial units already on the table. So my melter's able to get a level and clean up almost the rest of the units. Just falling at the end to Blue's tanks and Arclight. Okay, so round 3. I grabbed the laser sights and threw it immediately on the melting point. And then gave it range, just to be sure. So 175 meter range on a level 2 melting point, and trying a few upgrades with planning to move it across to hopefully get across and take out the level 3 Rhino while drawing its units further away. So let's jump in. Gets a little bit locked on some smaller units, takes out the smaller Rhino, and then starts moving across and locking onto the bigger Rhino. Just able to take him out in time. And we've got some assault marksmen to deal with here. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Tower debuff definitely didn't help, but still have enough to be able to take these guys down and speed up. That's a lot of fangs to deal with. Okay, cleaned up. Pretty cool looking with the flames. And with the extra range and the laser sight, we're well and truly out of harm's way, apart from 180 meter stormcrawlers, but we're still able to reach them and plink them down. Got some more stormcrawlers to deal with, but unfortunately they take us down that time. We have some AI units left. Fortress. And then it's going to be Wraith versus stormcrawlers. The Wraith cleans up. Round 4. So intensive training's available, almost everybody takes it. So I do a double upgrade on my melting point, so he's now already a level 4 melting point. And I give him energy absorption in the hope that he'll do some healing himself. So overall, progressing nicely to full upgrades. Let's see how we do here. A lot of fangs from a melting point to deal with. Really doesn't have enough firepower to deal with all these smaller units. Really want them targeted on much bigger units, like the tanks and the Scorpion for sure. Beginning to lock on to some of the bigger level 6 sledgehammers now, which is helping heal up. So hopefully we can get back onto those. And there we go. Another tower debuff, really bad timing. And we've got the Overlord coming into range now. And will start plinking me down. Just able to hold on to some HP, taking down Scorpion, and just able to get him before he annihilates me. I think, just like a smidgen of health left, and hopefully that will be enough, and it will be. So the melting point survives with a very small amount of health, but again leveled up. So ready to be a level 5 melting point, and life is good. It's going very well. Let's speed up. See how this round ends up. Get another tower, so another good money round, 300 credits and XP. So things are moving in the right direction. A lot of wasps to deal with. Probably going to take me down here, and sure enough, they do. And so wasps versus worms. Worms without anti-aerial at this stage, and so the wasps clean up. Okay, round 5. We take Vulcan, really with the goal of reducing the chaff as quickly as possible. I give him range. I also leveled up the melting point to level 5. Took the temporary range and attack. What I hadn't noticed were that these crawlers were level 6. And they're going to take quite some time for my Vulcan to plink them down. Okay, it's round 5. Vulcan kind of gets target locked on these level 6 crawlers. Eventually you're able to take them down. And then we've got balls versus smelters. Smelter is able to deal with them pretty quickly and get good locks on. Gets a quick early lock on the war factory, which allows him to stay alive while he's getting plinked by level 7 Phoenix. Pretty powerful, 20,000 shots, so it's 10% hit every time. There's a level 3 and level 1 here, so my Melter is able to survive again and get another level, so ready for level 6. So, things are progressing really nicely. Optimistic about how this is going, but a lot of chaff on the board as well. which my melter is not equipped to deal with at this stage. So let's speed up and see how we end this one. Worms up in the top right corner causing all kinds of chaos, and obviously Mustangs and wolves here are going to deplete my melter pretty quickly. Will they have enough firepower to take down the worms? Beginning to plink them. The worms are level 3 Wraith though, and the level 3 Wraith along with the worms is able to clean up. And I get another laser sights. And so I'm thinking at this stage, with the efficient training I've got, could I eventually get a level 9 melting point and maybe have it, come along with another medium level melting point as its twin? So that's kind of the logic here. They've both got the same range, so they can kind of protect each other. And we'll see how we go. Missile just to take out the fangs on the corner, so it allows my melters to lock on as quickly as possible to the Typhoons, which they're able to do. I also gave them energy diffraction, which gives them 5 shots, 5 beams. So overall, able to deal with the chaff now, along with the Vulcan, who's valiantly died, but. And then with the levels, we've got a level already on the melting point, level 1, and melting point level 7 melting point is gaining XP. So we'll speed up and we'll see how we finish this round. Tower debuff really kind of slowed me down in terms of progressing across the board, but able to get backstab on the Stormcrawlers, which is pretty good. And then just a lot of Mustangs to deal with, and it looks like my melters will be able to deal with those. It also provided a nice level for my melting point, and now it's melters versus worms, and it's the first of many battles that we end up having as the kind of final showdown. So the level 1 worm dies, but the level 7 is locked on to 5 of the biggest worms, and so it's just feeding off their HP and is able to stay surviving, even though there's some pretty significant attacks coming in, even with strikes, and the melter wins out and ready for more levels. I decided to get 4 Fire Seers. We up level the melting point. We have a level 8 now, and we put another efficient training. And so intensive training. So we're now up at a level 3 melting point with a level 8. We've also got a level 3 Vulcan that could have gone to a level 4, but couldn't afford it this particular round. So let's speed up. Overall going well. I'm currently sitting in last position, but happy with my build, and know that I can creep up slowly. Mustang's getting melted here pretty easily by these tanks, so start selling these off soon. Vulcan comes in and cleans up the rest. And melters get the tower, and then my Vulcan is able to deal with the chaff relatively easily, and then the 4 Farseers really are going to town with everything that this side is throwing me, and blue side, Rocco, and along with the melters now we're coming in to reinforce. They're able to take out the big guys, the Scorpions and the Phoenixes. And it's going really well. Melters full health, good money round, 300 plus credits and counting, and nearly 500 credits and counting. Probably get a tower here, and we've got units here, so let's just speed up, see how this one ends. So the worms seem to be surviving all the time. I get a little bit of a backstab in here, and we're up against the worms again like we were the last round, and it's exactly the same, except this time the level 3 melting point is able to help out as well, and everybody dies. And so I end up taking third position. We skip that one, nothing good. Do some updates. So we've now got a level 9 and a level 5 melting point. So, beginning to really ramp up here. Things are going very nicely. And for some reason I decided to try and move out of the way in case there was a nuke. Didn't really need to worry about it though, because nukes wouldn't do that much damage. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part. It did allow these Mustangs to get plinked down and kept my Melders out of the way, probably for too long, but they soon engage soon, and Farsies are doing a pretty good job clearing the line and keeping most of the units off. They just Scorpions came in there and plinked down my remaining Farseer, but that tower debuff doesn't really seem to affect the Melders too much once they're locked on. They're pretty deadly. The Vulcan did fall, but Melders are both again improving. Level 5 Melders nearly up to level 6, so we can get a few more kills. We should be up leveling again, and level 9 Melter fully maxed out, so overall doing well. And the level 5 Melter does get an upgrade as well, so the melding strategy is definitely working, and we've got a couple of worms left and a wraith, so really no match for what I've got going on. Definite raid boss at this stage, I would say. So pick a war factory, really with the goal of just creating chaff, being annoying. I do double level the melting point, so it's now a level 7 melting point. But then we have a sneaky attack on my wing here, on my flank, which does come in and hit my tower. My melting point isn't quite in range to pick this guy up, so unfortunately he does get in and does cause some challenges for me. Let's just pause and see what all the other. So you can see here that we have multiple worms, almost fully teched, and they're all being dragged down to the bottom here, and that's the red player. We've got let me get the right way around here. So red is Mars, so he's the worm player. We have high level Mustangs, and these guys are getting pulled back, again with the goal of kind of consolidating and then coming forward and being able to take on Blue's team, which has 2 war factories and kind of stormcallers, and it looks like tanks and fire badgers. So kind of an interesting, more of a tanky kind of loadout, but pretty good. And then myself, definitely an unusual. If I'd had my chance again, I think I would have avoided getting the war factory, and certainly wouldn't have put an upgrade on him, and would have just gone for more melters. But let's see how we do against the AI. We've got a level 2 experimental and 2 level 1s. I'm going to deal with the chaff relatively quickly, but they do get a very quick tower kill on me, and at the moment I'm just targeting chaff that they're generating, like wraiths and wasps. The tower debuff here really does hurt a lot, and this guy, even though he's an overload level 2, is really hitting me hard, and I don't seem to be able to get a lock on him, just because my focus is on this the level 2 experimental. We are able to get the level 2 down, and my level 7 melting point is somehow able to survive. This Overlord gets a little bit distracted for a while, but soon starts locking on again, and his cannons are pretty strong. And without the support of his other counterpart, the worms are able to take them down. And so first loss really since the raid boss melting points showed up. And so the worms, Team Yellow, just kind of coming through, cleaning up. Sorry, Team Red, coming through and cleaning up, and with the combination of the worms, the aerial, I think they're able to clear out the Mustangs relatively quickly from Team Yellow. A couple of fasters left, and with the worms, this is going to be a pretty straightforward win. Round 9, a big win for Red. So final round, I go for again a bit of a mistake here. Photon coding, I thought that was the aerial effect one versus the unit one. We do get our level 9 melting point leveled up, so we have double level 9s, so pretty powerful. I try and bring back my one of my melting points, my first raid boss, to try and deal with this guy. And yeah, still feel confident that I can pull a win out here. I only need to get around 2,000 points, and if I can keep my war factory alive and get enough points by killing AI units, then we should be good. Opponent decides to skedaddle off to the right, which is an interesting move because he's been going left pretty much the whole game. Everybody else is doing kind of different shenanigan movements. I probably should have done more than I did, but let's see how we go. And so the Overlord is sold here, so my melting point ends up getting drawn away for no reason, but he's quickly back into the fight. And the War Factory is doing pretty good work, getting rid of a lot of the chaff from the experimental units. We've got a level 3 experimental fortress, which I was pretty confident I could take down, I think, as I saw it coming into view. But it just keeps generating so much distracting units, and it's energy diffracting, just killing me. It's got just a lot of magnetic, and so both my melders die. And I was kind of shocked at this stage that they were able to do that, but that's my experience. And so I ended up losing this match, which I was a bit disappointed with because we had such a great run in. But we're gonna replay this the last 2 levels and see if we can potentially still snag a win by, instead of going into war factories, just buying more melters. So let's see what happens here. Let's just see who ends up winning this one. Pretty sure the AI ends up winning, or the worms end up winning, and Red takes the win. So let's speed up. Just a lot of worms to deal with, and level 3 alkalites just aren't going to cut it. And so, yeah, in the end, let's just jump into the final round and see if we can take over here and get a win. So don't want that photon coding this time. Electromagnetic impact could be good, but there's not really anything I would want to hit. So I don't think dropping a scorpion would make any sense. There's really nothing obvious to hit, so I'm going to skip. And then we're going to give our War Factory, I think we're going to give him, which one? Range or armor? Then you're level 1. We'll give him range. We'll up level our, so we get 2 level 9s. And then we'll bring everything kind of over this way. We need another. We'll go for the range tax. And let's put some shields up. And that's it. Let's see if this new combination of units can take down the chaff and get a kill on the experimental units. First job is get that shield down. Now let's deal with the chaff. We are going to get backstabbed here, but hopefully it doesn't hurt me too much. Melders are locked on. Stay alive. We hope to get the experimental kill this time. And we should be able to deal with these units relatively easily. It's also healing up our melters really well. So far, it's working. Will it be enough though? Still a lot of units on the board up the top. So let's wait and see. Let's speed up. My units are... we've got a bunch of AI units to deal with, and the worms obviously. I'm going to help out taking down the AI, and then there'll be worms versus melters. And this time the melters win out. Would it be enough to win? Probably not, but at least I was able to get that win at the end. So, okay. Well, until next time, hopefully you enjoyed that game. It's fun getting 2 level 9 melters up and running. But until the next time, give it a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.